So I thought I'd do a quick video here just to show you something kind of interesting I picked up recently, and that's this thing here. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog bootleg or unlicensed game, and the interesting thing about this is it's not a straight up pirate of a real Sonic the Hedgehog game. Usually what the pirates will do is they'll take a real game like this here and they'll just dump the ROM off and put it onto their own cartridge. This is actually an unlicensed game. I suppose it's comparable to like a ROM hack or a fan-made game. So it's complete own standalone game, and I believe this is from a developer, I use the term loosely there, called Syntax, and they're a Taiwanese company, and they've made a few different bootlegs, but this is their Sonic the Hedgehog version here. I think they did a Rayman and a Spider-Man game based on the same engine as this. But yeah, this is Sonic 3 Fighter Sonic, and it's its own standalone game. It's not very good, but it's quite interesting all the same for what it is. So what I'll do is I'll quickly show you some gameplay of it, and then I'll show you what it does and doesn't work on. And I've managed to dump a file from this cartridge, but I can't seem to get it to work on anything else. So yeah, I'll quickly show you some gameplay first. So I'll give you a quick look at some gameplay, and I've got the Game Boy hooked up to an external speaker here, so if it sounds a little odd, a little disjointed, then that's probably why, but it's just so that my camera can pick up the music and I can still talk over it at the same time. So I'll just fire this up and you can take a look. So you get your regular Game Boy startup intro, and then you're straight into the Fighter Sonic title screen. So you don't really have any options here, you can press start and that's pretty much it. The music, it's not the best, it's not the most annoying in the world, but it will kind of grate on you after a while, so just start this up. The first level here is Lost City, and then we're into the main game, and the gameplay music is even worse than the title screen, so I'm just going to turn this down a bit. That music basically just repeats itself over and over and over again. So, as you can see, you can move around. You are Sonic, but he doesn't run in this game, he just kind of walks in a very strange manner. If you just let him stand there, he just does a little jaunty dance. So, you can jump, and you can also do the spin dash as well, but instead of Sonic doing the spin dash and then zooming off, what he does is he actually fires a disc, like that. You can do that in the air as well. If you jump and hit A, he just fires them. You can actually jump and stay there indefinitely if you just keep hitting A. Yeah, so not the best, but so there's enemies here, and you can jump on top of them to kill them. The hit detection is really, really bad. Or you can fire the balls, the blue discs, I suppose they are, at them. So yeah, you can pick up rings. You've got a little counter here, but he actually has a life bar, so if you get hit by anything when you've got rings, you just lose a life off the bar there. Jump over here. The controls are pretty terrible, they're really unresponsive, and I'll show you in just a moment here, but hang on, just jump over these enemies. So I don't know if they've taken enemies from different games and just patched them into this game. So you can pick up fruit as well. There's this thing here, I don't know, it just disappears. Just an enemy that randomly disappears. And this bit here had me confused for ages, so you're meant to jump on these platforms here to get up to the higher levels, so there's actually a platform that's meant to come down here, but it won't come down until you jump up and see it, so now it's moving up and down. The other thing is, if I try and jump onto that, Sonic doesn't actually jump high enough. So what you have to do is hit up and across at the same time, diagonal, and hit the jump button at the same time to jump a little bit higher to actually get onto that platform. It's really unresponsive, it's quite tricky. Try and get on this platform. No. There eventually. And all the while you've got that really annoying music in the background. Let's see if I can get on there. Need to time it just right. No. There we go. Into this platform. It's just really bad level design. So the enemy just randomly appeared there. You see he's getting hit by these projectiles and they're nowhere near him as well. So, jump on top of him. The other thing as well, you can't really see these platforms, it's more of a kind of leap of faith. I'll jump into this one. And jump up here. Picking up rings for no real reason. These platforms start appearing. So I have to try and jump onto that one there. Ah! This is a really annoying thing. If you fall off those platforms, you basically fall right back down to the beginning of the level. So I've not got very far in this level because you get so far up these platforms and then I end up falling down and I just get so frustrated with it I didn't even bother to finish the level. But what I'll do is I'll quickly show you Sonic dying here. You can see the life bar slowly goes down as he gets hurt. Anytime now. All the while you've got that really annoying music playing. So he should die now. There we go. I think that's the drowning animation. And yeah, you just basically start again. There is a continue screen as well. I suppose I'll just show you that. I'll deplete all the lives and then just edit it to that. So now we've got the continue screen. And I'll just count down and show you the game over. And there we've got the Dr. Robotnik kill screen, which I think they've nicked from Sonic Advance. Which I think they've not nicked the background for the title screen from Sonic Advance as well. They just put Fighter Sonic over the top of it. So yeah, that's a quick look at the gameplay for Fighter Sonic. So yeah, a bit of a crappy game, but for what it is, I think it's kind of interesting for an unlicensed Sonic the Hedgehog game. I'm definitely happy to have this in my collection. I've tried it on a few different devices. I can't seem to get it to work on everything. I've tried it on the original Game Boy Advance, works on that. Works on the Micro, and as you've just seen, it also works on the SP as well. What I can't get it to work on is my Game Box, which is the clone system that basically emulates the Game Boy Advance games. It won't work using the flash card here. I'll get to more on that in just a minute. And it won't work on the DS either. What I have done is I've dumped a file using the DS here. You can use some homebrew to actually dump Game Boy Advance games using this. So obviously you've got your cartridge slot for the Game Boy games there, and then at the back you can insert a flash cart for running homebrew. So using a tool here, it's basically a Game Boy Advance backup tool. If I put in the Sonic Fighters game, hit OK, is it? It'll start to read the game that's in the slot there, and I can take a dump. I can dump the cartridge here, but it doesn't seem to give me a real file. So if I just hit A there, it'll start dumping it. You can see it'll dump a 32 megabyte file. It doesn't have a proper name, and when I try to run that file on either the flash card here or like an emulator on my PC, it just comes up with a white screen, so it won't load properly. The kind of crazy thing is, with a lot of the Game Boy Advance ROM hacks or the pirate cartridges, this is a copy of Metroid Zero Mission here. This I can dump no problem, and this is a real game obviously. But with a lot of the bootlegs and pirate games, they actually have better protection than the real games, which is kind of strange. So from what I understand, no one's been able to get a good copy of, or a good dump of this particular game yet, so you can't go online and download it and then play it on your emulator or whatever. But what I'll do is I'll upload this file here, and I'll maybe leave it in a link in the description below, and other people can have a look at it. But from what I've seen, it's just a blank file. I've opened it up in a hex editor, and it just seemed to be a load of zeros and nothing else. So I don't know if it's encrypted or what, but so far I've not managed to be able to get this game to dump properly. So yeah, just a quick video there to show you my copy of Sonic 3 Fighter Sonic, the unlicensed game. So hopefully that was interesting to some. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.